Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to each of you. What a great time of the year. Family is together. We're celebrating. We have Christmas, we have New Year's, and so many events in between. It's a happy time, isn't it? When it comes to your money, it's probably happy also because the markets are up. A lot of good things are happening, and that's exciting. I'm excited. And I'm excited because one of the things that I have spent most of my life doing is financial advising for retirement, 41 years. So today, I want to speak just very briefly from my heart, my experience, and my expertise about your retirement futures, okay? Here's something to consider. In all of the years that I've been doing retirement planning through thick and thin, through ups and downs of the market, through inflation, through stagflation, through low interest rates, through losing bonds, etc., I want to present to you 5 tips to consider in your overall retirement planning. The first one is this: Social Security maximization. Do you know that Social Security employees are not allowed to give you advice as to what is best for you in strategy, timing, and taxation? They're not allowed. So it is interesting that over 90% of the people receiving Social Security are receiving less than they could or should because they don't have the right advice. In our firm, we offer a free Social Security timing and strategy meeting, and you walk away with a report that tells you when's the best time and when's the next best time, and way and strategy for you and your spouse if you're married to retire. You need that report because you need to take it into Social Security and tell them what to do and when to do it. Nextly, what about your portfolio? I call it the balancing act. We love to take risk, especially when the wind is behind the sails. In other words, we're making good money. But keep in mind something that's very, very important, and that is every pocket of money has a purpose. But the main purpose for most of your investable assets is for future retirement income, which deserves and merits a whole different approach to how your investments are allocated. I call it the balancing act. And here's the thing. In most cases, over 80% of the portfolios that I've seen in my career, the way they balance risk with safety is old hat. It's too in favor of the advisory firm or the advisor, and it's too much the old way. The new way properly balances risk with safety with the intention of, number one, what's your time horizon for retiring? Number two, what is your retirement budget? And therefore, with those things into consideration, what is best for my portfolio? Traditionally, we think if I go too safe, I'm being punished. With low risk, and even with bonds and target funds, you could be faced with losses. There's a way to do it that's safe and guaranteed, and that's what I want to talk to you about. The third tip is this: annuities. I'm going to say something. There are good, there are bad, there are ugly, and there are old. The good can't hurt you, but you could do better. The bad are bad for anyone. They're full of fees and market volatility, and yet they're intended for future retirement income. The ugly is what's good for you might not be good for the other person. And most people, over 90% of the people with whom my office meets, have no idea what they have inside of an annuity, but when they decide to use it or they get some information, they're very upset and they complain because they weren't properly explained and they weren't tailored to that client's needs and future income and timing for retirement. The next part of annuities is this: if you have an old one, whether it's 3 years, 4 years, or more, you need to have us give you an analysis and an update, because in almost every case, you can improve it enough to make a difference and get your attention and say, you know what? I'm out of the old and I'm into the new, and I'm doing much better. That's your objective, and that's what you deserve. And that's the type of service that we provide. So ask for an annuity analysis. We'll be happy to provide it. Number 4, the fourth tip is this: estate planning. We're a holistic firm. 80% of Americans do not have estate planning that's either current or in place, period. I'm an accredited estate planner. We have a full legal department. We're very competitive. We're very comprehensive, and we're very competent. Number 5, hey, let's bring this to a close, okay? You need a retirement roadmap. And a roadmap says, here's all my assets, here are all my sources of income, here's my heart's desire as to timing, and here's my budget that I see we need to maintain throughout our retirement years. So what do? We take this information on Social Security, we take the conclusions implemented with your portfolio, we consider all of your personal desires and present circumstances, financial picture, and put it into a retirement roadmap that says, here's where you are, here's what you need to change to be on track and avoid derailment, and here's your timing, and here's what you can expect in comparable dollars compared to what you make today versus what your retirement income sources will provide. Hey, in most cases with that retirement roadmap, you're encouraged because one, you know where you stand, two, you know where you're going to be tomorrow, and three, you can sleep at night because it's simple and very real and very conservative, and therefore you can put trust in it and sleep at night. We're at the end. It's a pleasure to share this time with you. I've said some very important tips, and I speak from my experience with a heart's desire to add value to people's lives in the world of retirement. Tune in to the QR code. You can scan it, or you can click the link, and you can state when you would like to meet with us, and we will be happy to meet with you with 3 promises up our sleeve. Number 1, you'll enjoy the visit. Number 2, you will leave with much more helpful information of value to you than when you came. And number 3, no cost and no solicitation and no pressure. Come see us. You'll be glad you did. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from David Durham at Durham Loyal.